Welcome to Crime Time News and Entertainment with a Buzz. The first thing that is popping in the news, it is called, sometimes defending your rights is probably the wrong thing to do at the time. Leave people business alone. What don't concern you, leave it alone. Apparently, this man did not see the notice board, read the notice board. He did not get the memo. He was trying to defend something that he thought was wrong. A man was wrong by the popo, so therefore he decided that he is going to take his bride self and go and confront the popo to make sure that the person that is a friend got the justice that he need. However, things did not turn out as he anticipated. As a matter of fact, it went way left, meaning wrong. Take a listen, take a look, and then I'll give my piece.
And laughing, come on, you're giving up. You tell me if you come out to the station yard, are you a place? Then stop the virgin. Right? And a search him car illegally. Because you have to have proper cars to search a car. You go in a man trunk.
So when
you go in a man trunk, see the machine. And I tell him if you carry come over here, so. So I was passing now. I was passing and me coming in the station yard and him tell me if you come out.
So what's your purpose?
Listen, you cannot, it doesn't matter. This is a public place.
How can the police assist?
What business you have?
Hello.
Sir, how can the police
I don't know to leave to the station and have the purpose over here. Take the phone.
No, it's assault, it's assault.
Box, say down here.
It's assault, sir. Don't take the phone. You see assault me? No,
Hey, sir. Sir, you know the
no, assault me. Leave me.
Now, people, there's a saying that goes something like this. Whenever your hand is in the lion mouth, be very careful how you take it out, because you might get bitten. When it comes to Jamaica, we understand that there's not much law as it pertains to poor people. So therefore, do the right thing or the wrong thing is going to do you. And I am not saying that it is justified. I am just saying that that is the way it is. If you want to go against the order, then you might get some sorts of reaction like this man got. This man told himself that he had these rights and he was going to exercise these rights because he saw himself as some sorts of Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, or Rosa Parks of Jamaica. So therefore, he is claiming, defending that there was some sorts of illegal search that was done, not to him, but somebody else. So therefore, he took up that man's plight on his own head. And unbeknown to him, he was going to learn the hard way. He thought that he had rights in a Jamaica as a poor man and people. Again, this is my disclaimer because I know I have the nitpickers. I am not saying that you don't have the rights to go into the popo station if you have any sorts of dispute and you thought that somebody, including yourself, was done wrong. However, you have to know when to defend your rights at the wrong place or at the right place. So in other words, the popo and the popo station don't have a stellar background reputation as it pertains to not violating one's human rights. So therefore, you have to know where and when and how to do what you are going to do. Do not go to the popo station and try to defend anything. It might end up just like it end up in this situation. And again, I am not saying that it is right. I am just telling you the way that things are. So therefore, if you are forewarned and you go and put your hand in the lion mouth and I play with him teeth and I drag him tongue, you know exactly what is going to happen. So in other words, he went to the law for justice and he got a legal command to get the FUCK off the premises. He resisted and you saw the result. As sad as it sounds, as sad as it is. Point blank and period. It seems as if what they say is absolutely true. Music has no sorts of influence on society. Music has no sorts of influence on the youths out there. It seems as if Vybz Kartel songs do something to the regular John public, especially these little picnic with unimpressionable minds. Because here we see they are coming from school, educational facilities, and they are singing this song which is slack as F-U-C-K. Now people, don't get me wrong, I am not blaming the artist. The artist is doing what he is doing. His kids are fine. His kids are properly brought up. His little daughter get all our subject, I think 8 or 9 or 10 or so with high grades. So therefore we cannot use that as example. You as parents are the ones that are supposed to guide your children, and don't expect that these artists, including Vybz Kartel, is supposed to raise your children. He is doing what he needs to do. He is making his money. He is putting out a product. It is called supply and demand. And if the country requires F-U-C-K-R-Y slackness, SEXLs, that is exactly what he's going to do. And he knows when he does controversial music like these, this is what is going to trend. This is what society likes. And people, this is a perfect example. So videos speak and show example of the broader society in Jamaica where the problem lies. It lies in these homes of these children. It lies in these educational facility. It lies in the interaction that they have on the street, because here we see a bunch of little picnic boys and girls in some sorts of vehicle, don't know if it's a school bus or minibus, and you hear the type of word that is coming out of their mouth, the utterance that we hear. So we should not be surprised when we see the actions that are taking place in the school, in the broader society. Pretty much, if this is the future of Jamaica, the TikTok generation, we are pretty much F-U-C-K-E-D. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news, it is called some of these TikTokers, they are too licky. Some of them like sweets. Some of them like to be pet and pampered by women and men. Some of them have too much sugar in them tank. They have all sorts of fishy tendency. They are despicable. They are the scums of society. A lot of these persons which people claim they are social media influencers don't know who they are influencing except for the devil. I am speaking about a TikToker known as Artido. There was a video making its round on social media in which he claimed that he went to some sorts of island and him and his girlfriend were attacked while they were in that house, that premises. This is what the video sounded like. Don't know if it is true or not. As a matter of fact, more than likely it is a lie. Take a listen, take a look.
No, sir. Sir, no, sir. Sir, no, sir. Sir, I want to do, sir. Sir, I want to do.
My side. One in on the side of worse than I think, bro. One in on the side worse than I think. Come on, my for the surgery too.
You have two mad women, mate.
Yeah, she has Spanish. She has Spanish. Boy, I two mad women them. One has Spanish and one has St. Lucian.
So people, you heard that audio in that video that is supposed to be some sorts of home invasion, in which Artido claimed that his girlfriend was conned up. She got at least 7 pieces. He was also beaten up. He was also conned up. Him foot broke, rete, lele, blue, blah, bling. Now people, first thing first, you cannot believe anything that you hear on social media. As a matter of fact, believe half of what you see and half of what you hear, meaning give them the benefit of the doubts. However, when it comes to this youth, him lie like horse a track. Him lie like he is a pathological liar. Let's put it that way. So that video came out and he claimed that him girlfriend get conned up and him get conned up. And his girlfriend is in the hospital battling for life. He then came out and he did some sorts of video claiming that because he's a Jamaican citizen or national, he is not getting any sorts of assistance as it pertains to the investigation over there. This is a sample of what he said. Take a listen, take a look.
So the video here of his St. Lucian police them. The one them we did in my yard Monday morning, October 21st. Like the shooting happened. And I pick we up and bring we go put we down at the hospital. When you don't come back, come talk to me if you no report. No take no statement, nothing write down in a book.
So people, I want you to watch the trend and the extent in which this youth will go to lie, to deceive these two young ladies. Now, when it comes to social media, especially for TikTok, like I said, that is the low-life platform. I have an account there, never posted anything. Have 18 WhatsApp group in which I put videos on a regular basis. So therefore, had I had any sorts of interest, I would have taken those same video and simply put them over TikTok. I just have zero respect for that platform. It is a low-life platform. Not to say that there are not persons out there doing anything positive, and not to blame the people that are out there making a living for themselves, the decent ones. However, what we found is that the ones that are the most despicable are the ones that are more popular. It speaks volume about our society on a whole. So this youth now, it seems as if this is some sort of love triangle between Artido, a young lady named Tamara, and a young lady named Tracy Ann. It seems as if these young ladies see this youth, them like him, so them decide say them are going to help him out financially. And like most of these fishy tendency TikTokers, them love sweets, and them have a whole bunch of sugar in them tongue, and them like handout. Like I said, it is the epicenter of begging, meaning TikTok. So he decided that he is going to play these two young ladies because of some sorts of promises of cars and financial gain. And apparently when he went over there, persons are even speculating or assuming or thinking that he might have set up this home invasion himself to make it look so bad. He was trying to rob the lady. And the lady, based on what he is saying, got about 7 pieces. Cannot validate or verify this. However, what I can validate or verify is the fact that he is doing all of this. This is no sorts of publicity stunt. This is all one big fat lie because he is trying to play these two young ladies, Tracy Ann and Tamara, who made some sorts of promises to him. And what is even more mind-boggling and jaw-dropping is that it seems as if these two ladies are either brain dead or foolish enough or ignorant enough to be accepting this type of buffoonery from any sorts of man. Talk about desperate people. When we see stuff like this, we have to ask ourselves, is it the same maker that made us decent people that actually waste time, waste body parts on these waste men and waste women that we see out here representing or degrading, defaming Jamaica's character? Because it is unbelievable the length and depth that these pathological liars, beggy, licky, love sweet Jamaicans will go just to deceive, just for fame, just to make Jamaica look like a piece of ish place. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news is a sequence of videos that have been making their rounds over social media, where Vybz Kartel's ex Shorty was at some sorts of party, I think, in Canada. And the selector is a selector known as Ikelmarvlus. If you know anything about that selector, he is one of the top selector, full of hype, full of joke, full of all sorts of stunts. However, some people are saying, hold on a minute. It seems as if him a look Shorty. It seems as if he is bigging up Shorty, while same time dissing Vice Kartel as say, how Vice Kartel for ditch Shorty and pick up see them when a Shorty have the hot look, a Shorty have everything that a man would need. Now people like me say, this is an entertainer, this is a selector, so therefore he is just doing his job. But based on what some persons are saying, if you know anything about the history of Vice Kartel of the past, you know that any sorts of selector or anybody that diss him in the subtlest way, whether it is in a real life or subliminally, there is going to be some sorts of repercussion. There is going to be some sorts of wrath. However, Vice Kartel claims that he is now a changed man since his 13 years or so rehabilitated, fully out, fully not so, fully done. Well, people, let me know in the comment section if you think that Vice Kartel is a bit thin-skinned still, and Vice Kartel might put this youth on the blacklist, as in fling some sorts of black in his head. And I don't mean this literally. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Do you think that this youth is just doing his job as an entertainer, or do you think that he is looking Shorty, so therefore he might tell her all sorts of sweet nothings? And do you think that he is dissing Vice Kartel in the same breath? Point blank and period.